Hey, this is Fully Off and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft on the Just Vanilla server. I'm back on the Jungle Island again, on Smurfs and PR's Jungle Island, and Smurf's done a load of work on the trading hall, but we're going to give that a break today. We're going to see if we can get onto the roof of the Nether. So I've got a little chest behind me. I've got a chest full of expedition supplies. I think I just broke that while I was messing about. But I've got a chest full of expedition supplies. And I'm off to meet Smurf in the Nether. So hopefully, let me show you what I've got actually. What we're going to need. So I've got the stuff hopefully to get through the. I need some. I'm glad. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have realised I'm missing some powered rails. So it's a good job I tried to show you that. So I've got the powered rails and I've got the minecart and the ladders to try and get through the Nether. The roof of the Nether. I've got the obsidian and the flint and steel to make a portal if this doesn't work, if making the hole doesn't work. I've got my ender pearls as a backup. I've got the TNT. I've got my repeaters, sticky pistons, a lever, some redstone, crafting table to make some more stuff, supplies to make more TNT. I think we're ready to go. So I'm going to run off this way and meet Smurf in the Nether. Hey Smurf, how the devil are you?
Doing good.
Yeah, you're going to give me a hand doing this then, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So if you hear me dying, dig me out. Because I may well die. So I've got my stuff, I've got my ladder, got my minecart. Am I in the minecart? I'm in the minecart, okay. Got my ender pearls in case it all goes pear-shaped. Oh yes, straight through indeedy. Right. Are you going to come through this way, or shall I suppose you ought to, didn't you? Really? All right, give us a sec. Don't do anything just yet. Just give us a second. All right, don't give us a second. Nice one, mate. Superb. Right. Well. Oh no, I needed you down there. Hang on. Let me. Don't give me all that back yet. Just hang on. Right. Let me. I'll build an ender portal. You need to go back. Through, and then we need to find a single layered bedrock at Y127 where we can. You need to give me the coordinates for it, and that's where we'll punch through the bedrock. Because there's no point trying to punch through if there's more than one layer of bedrock. So I will build a portal. You can go back through and then stand underneath and give me some coordinates. Yeah.
Yeah.
You alright with that? All right. Brilliant.
All right, single layer.
You need to F3 and then look up, and you need to be looking at something at Y127.
I see looking at Y127. It's
right. So you pick the best.
Right,
pick the best spot where you want us to come through, and as long as you're looking at something at Y127, that should be okay.
I think this would be pretty good.
Yeah.
There's no bedrock right here. There's two spot.
Just remember, we've got to. As long as we can get up with a ladder, and you can put some blocks underneath the bedrock that's already there, and we can get up to Y127, then I'm sure it'll be fine. So I just need to know which one it is.
We're looking at let's see. -619.
Yeah.
471.
619, 471. 619, 471. Brilliant. You can come back up again now, mate, if you want to. But you can't come back through the portal, which is a shame. You're going to have to come back the way you came through initially. Don't die. Are you having trouble?
No, not at all.
Brilliant. Nice one. That looked pretty cool, actually. Right, so now I need all my gear. All my gear and no idea. Some of them. Both of those.
I got one of your picks.
One of them.
Behind you now.
Thank you.
I gave you your helmet back.
Put my booties and my helmet on. Right, so that's the block that we want to be going through. So I need to put a sticky piston there, a sticky piston there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's right. Oh, I hope that's right. I should have looked it up, shouldn't I? Right, that's there. Now the idea being, we've got to break the fronts off these sticky pistons, and we can only do that while they're moving.
Yep.
Can't do that if they're out and it blows up. It'll just break the piston. So we've got to do it while they're moving. So I need a lever on there, and then we need 10 repeaters. 10 repeaters. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it should be. What's the worst that can happen? That'll have to do, won't it? Right, so that's that. These are 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Flick the switch then, mate, stand by. Okay, don't flick the switch. I'll flick the switch. Brilliant. 1 down, 1 to go. So then we need to put the block of redstone there so this doesn't update. Now I need to put those round to the next piston. 1. Do us a favour and check those to make sure I've got that right.
You don't trust me to put it on 4 ticks, huh?
No, I said, can you? I don't trust myself to put it on 4 ticks. So far so good. So we've got both of those sorted. Right, we need to stick some pistons down now. I need a couple of regular pistons and then some blocks. Because I need a piston facing down here, and the only way you can do that is to force it down with another piston. You got that lever? Oh, it's alright. I've got a spare one. Okay, get rid of this stuff. Right, so I need some more repeaters now. Those there, that there on 2, that there, that there. Just connecting all of them. Lever on. Redstone gone. Now hopefully, all things being equal, once I flick this switch, we should have a hole in the nether roof. Success! No. Who's the daddy? Oh, PR. Smurf. Are we going to have words? I can't believe...
There are no words.
I can't believe you've done that.
I was looking at 127.
I can't believe you've done that.
Made a hole?
Well, we made a hole. Somewhere to put the water. Man, what do you like? You know what you're going to have to do now, don't you?
Do it all over.
Right, repeaters. 1, 2, 1 on 2. Need a block in there. 1, 1. Redstony, redstony, redstony. That, right. Flick the switch, that comes up. Remove the blocks. Oh yeah. We're all holed up. Yeah. Right, have you got ladders down there? There you go, mate.
Oh, you threw them down, huh?
I've got, well,
I gotta put some blocks.
There they are. We are on top of the world, Ma. That was excellent. Thanks for your help, Smurfster.
Yep.
Brilliant. So now we've got a way up to the roof of the Nether. We can mess about with the gold farm later. But I want to finish this off, or at least, you know, get a chunk of it done today. We put the sorter in the last episode with the rails in and everything. What I want to do today is sort out the sorting system at the back. What we want to do is when the villagers come in, they'll pop down into these bays, and we'll judge them, like I said, decide what we want to do with them, and if we like them, then we want to keep them. We want to send them to a specific place in the trading hall, and I think I mentioned it to you. We want 5 decent farmers over the back. We're going to want a pumpkin, and we're going to want a melon guy. We're going to want a sugar, a wheat guy, a meat and potatoes guy, a potatoes guy even, and a carrot guy. And we want those over the back, and we're going to have shelters on the front with this stuff in them. And then down one side we're going to have librarians, and on the other side we're going to have miscellaneous and other villagers. And to do that, to get them in the right bays, I'm going to need some kind of switching system at the bottom down here. That's going to involve somebody pressing a button and selecting where they want him to go. So we'll have a button for farmers, a button for miscellaneous, a button for farmers, and then if we don't press a button at all, they'll just shoot off and get recycled. So that's what I want to work on today. So I suppose I best get the basics in to start with. I want to use a redstone lamp as well, so we know when it's on. So I'm going to need one of them. Beyond that, we're going to need some kind of monostable circuit for the switch, so I need some droppers for that. Dispensers are no good. Droppers, where are my droppers? Oh, they're already in my inventory. So I can't find them, droppers and those things. So we're going to need a block for the repeater. Look at that, come prepared. It's me all over, isn't it? Oh, I've got them on me. Again, I need some more. Do I need some more? Yeah, I need some more. No, I don't. So we want a repeater at the back of that, which is going to pull out a signal from a button, which I can't be bothered to get, so I'm going to nick one. Brilliant. Pulls a signal out of there. And then we want that going into a dropper. This is a monostable circuit. Like that. We want one like that, and then that like that, and then we're going to need a block behind it, and then a comparator coming out of that to pull a signal. Where are they? I'm terrible with my inventory. Right, so that's, and this is going to switch the tracks. We're going to have the tracks running along the back, and this will switch the tracks. So if we put an item in there, let's just lob that bit of glowstone in, press a button, comparator comes on because the item's in there, press the button again, comparator goes off, items in there, on, off. That's first class, isn't it? Isn't that just fantastic? And then if we have a, oh man, me and block placing, if we have a block there, then the line can run down here. We had haste 2 on the beacons earlier on, which is great when you're mining, but when you're trying to do some delicate work and only take out one block, man, it's impossible. Right, so I need to run that line then up here and down here, and then all of the other tracks. Oh, crikey. There you go. What don't I need? Don't need those for a minute. Do need those for a minute. Don't need those for a minute. So if we have powered rails running down here, yeah, and then powered rails running across from there, and we stick that there, when it's off, it allows the minecart to go straight on. If we click the button to select it, it switches that track, and now the whoever's on the rail, the minecart, will go down that way, and we'll have him going off to the trading hall next door. So that is working lovely. Off and on. Right, so let me build another 3 of these, and then we've pretty much got the working system. I might want to tweak it. I might put in a couple of fail safes in there. I might put a reset switch in there. I might put in a system that allows you to, the old indicator lamps to stay on, so we know that that it's been selected. But let me get the main, mechanic of it in to start with, and then we'll have a look at it working, hopefully. Okay, so we've got all 3 of them in now. So you press the button, it changes the lines at the back, and it works. I've checked it, but I want the indicator lights at the front to stay on. So if you press the button, I want that indicator light to stay on. So I'm going to have to run a signal from, let's turn that one off, turn that one on. So I want to run a signal from underneath here. So if I put a blob of dust on there, I want to put a torch on there, but I can't with that being a solid block. So I'm going to need some slabs. Have I got plenty of slabs? I might have enough slabs. So let's just get rid of that for a second and replace it with a slab. Comparator back on. That's working. Torch is on there, torch goes off, lovely. Just run a line of dust now underneath here. Stick a torch there, light goes on, line of dust. Press the button, track is off, light is off. Press button, track is on, light is on. Oh, fantastic. Right, I'll do the other two. Back in a minute. Okay, so I've got all three lights hooked up now. So now if you press a button again, for the 86th time I'm telling you, press a button, the light goes on, the tracks change. But now both of those lights are on, both of those tracks are changed. So if I want anything to go down this line, I have to come over and turn that one off. Why isn't that turned off? Turn that off. I want you to turn off. Why? Oh, because I've got no redstone underneath it. I took it out to put my stone brick down and then forgot to put the redstone back on again, so it was working. Turned off. Brilliant. Which is a pain, isn't it? If I'm all the way over here and I've picked farmer and then I suddenly change my mind to librarian, I've got to run all the way down here, press librarian and then click farmer off. So I want some kind of reset. I'm going to need a reset as well when the minecart goes down the back. So I can probably incorporate both of them. And I think I've worked out that I need to pull a signal from that hopper, because as the item inside the monostable circuit there circulates, it comes through the hopper once, which obviously gives out a signal if we put a comparator here. So if I put a comparator here, and we could have a block in front of it. Yeah. I think that's. Well, we'll find out in a second. I need to just link these up with repeaters. That there. So if we stick a repeater, which I know I'm not going to be able to find in my inventory, even though I know they're there. There they are. So now when the item in the droppers and hoppers goes past that, it won't go past it to start with because it comes this way. It goes from there to there to there and then round to there. So hopefully once the signal passes through that hopper, it will light up all of these comparators, which will link up to these droppers. Yeah, I might need a bit more room at the back. I don't think I've given myself enough room. Link up to these droppers via a comparator, via repeaters. So, and then these need to be linked with a repeater there, and a repeater there. Signal through all the way, reset, maybe. Let's give it a go, shall we? Oh, super cool. Is that cool or what? Reset the system. Right, now I need a detector rail over the back, so hopefully when a minecart goes over the back now, it'll come down here, it'll go over a detector rail, which I don't know where to put yet because I need quite a decent delay. Maybe I can put it off that one. Have some repeaters going down here into that. I think it'll work on a hill. So the minecart's going to come up here and then over that, and I don't want it to reset before the minecart disappears, so I want to give myself a bit of room. Right, I need a minecart now, don't I? Do I have a minecart? Right, let's just run down here and turn them on. So you can turn them off as well. So if you pick farmer as an example, and then you decide you don't want to keep him, you can press a button and turn it off, and then he'll just go straight out into the lava, or however we're going to get rid of him. So let me grab a minecart. So let's pick that one as an example. That should take him down the middle track here. That should take him down the middle. So if we lob down a minecart here to simulate a villager going through. He's gone. Did he go down the middle one? I didn't see then. It all happened so quickly. Then let me knock those out. And we'll try again. I think it worked, although I couldn't be 100% sure. Certainly see if it's reset the system. Well, it's reset the system, so that worked. Right, click the middle one. Man, this speed and jump and everything, it's fabulous when you know what you're doing. So that should send him down the middle one. So he's gone off down the middle one. System is reset. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a working system. All I've got to do now is hand it over to Smurf and see if he can break it. But for the time being, fabulous. Hello Smurf, speak of the devil. Yeah, for the time being it's working, and if I stick a couple of blocks over there, then we won't get anything else falling there by mistake. That's fantastic. So we've got a switching system that works. Right, time to have a chat with Smurf, find out what we've got to do next. Right, so we've got it in now. Smurf's done a bit of decorating, made it look all jungly, which is brilliant. And he's not messed up the redstone. He has broken it though. I gave it to him and asked him to test it to destruction, and he did. And it turns out that if you press the buttons, if you press another button before that light's turned out, it jams up the system because of how the redstone works. So you have to wait for the light you're deselecting to go out before you select another one. Because if you start spamming buttons, it's just going to jam it up. And we put a bit of lighting behind the back to stop the lag, the redstone lag, and all is good. What I want to do now, just to finish off today's episode, hello guys, what I want to do is put in a dead man's switch. At the moment, if you press this button, whoever's in there is going to get shot off, and it's easy to press a button by accident and shoot somebody off into oblivion. So I want to stick in a dead man's switch to stop that from happening. And we're going to use this lever for that. And in order to stop the mechanism from working when you don't want it to, there's a torch under here. There's that torch there. That torch has to stay off. And the way to stop that torch from coming on is to put power into it. So just to demonstrate, if I put that there, that will always stay off. That won't come on. So if I press that button, even though the mechanism still works, that torch doesn't go off, which means this trap door doesn't open, which means the guys don't get flushed away. So I just need to get power into those blocks there. And we'll do that by just sticking down some repeaters. We don't need one every repeater. It says losing one there, because we can put redstone in between that. Saves you a bit of redstone on your repeaters, because you don't need one on every block. And I've managed to run out of redstone again. Have they just disappeared? Crikey. Right. Oh, I can't. Oh, there you go. So I can't. Gonna have to use repeaters. And I don't have enough. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and craft some more repeaters, but before I do that, I'll just finish this off and then go and grab some repeaters in a second. I'll save you waiting. Here's me trying to be clever. I might need a repeater as well. So if I just punch a hole in here, get rid of that. And then run some redstone down here. And I can put my lever back on again. And I'm going to have to I'll stick a repeater there as well. That should get me most of the way down. I'll have to stick an extender down here somewhere, but that means now that I can't get out. Can I get over the top? Probably not because of the tracks. Oh, there's stuff everywhere. Brilliant. So that means now when the lever's on, I can't flush the guys away. And when the lever's off, we can flush the guys away. So that's brilliant. So we've now got our failsafe in, our dead man switch to stop us accidentally flushing the guys. We've got the selector, so we can send them around to the trading hall wherever we want to. And we've got it to reset. So I think today, as well, we've also got onto the roof of the Nether, myself and Smurf. So that's something for us to mess about with later. So today's been a half decent episode, I think. Got loads done. So I'll call it a day for today, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. It's been brilliant having you along. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. This is Fully Off, and I'm out of here.